Hi everyone, I am Ashley, and this is my WIP video for weeks 1 and 2. My inquiry is how to effectively apply traditional animation techniques to 360-degree animations from visual guidance and practical approach to perspectives. Unlike traditional animation, in 360 animation there is a panoramic view and no dead angle. It means there is a significant difference between the two presentation methods. This creation to the moon and back will discuss the traditional animation storyboarding in 360 animation and analyze how to effectively apply traditional animation techniques to 360 animations from visual guidance and practical approach perspectives. I have two references for the 360 animation and one for the concept. Firstly, Pearl tells the story of a father and daughter driving a car around the country in pursuit of their musical dreams. The description focuses on the family relationship between father and daughter, and the song No Runway Home, composed by the father in the story run through the work. Pearl is a third-person narrative work. The camera is set up in the car throughout the whole process, giving the audience a sense of presence as if they are in the car with the characters. As far as the whole work is concerned, due to the layout of scene and the camera set up inside the car, the picture usually has a long range and close-up view, which looks rich in layers. While the music will adjust the volume according to the distance of the character, and there is a more obvious ambient sound when outside the car. In Rainbow Shine, the camera position is set according to the little girl's height, so it usually looks up slightly at the same buildings. Through the large-scale movement of the character to change the scene, the expanded space replaces the cut-off shots in traditional animation to open another location. With forced panning of the camera, the character does not leave the camera too far. In the climax part, it creates a sense of oppression by entering the black and white world of continuous frame. The little girl runs around the camera. On the one hand, it helps the audience explore the environment. On the other hand, the close pursuit can bring the audience a sense of tension. Finally, when converting the black and white world to the color world, the fusion method is used to make the color world emerge and then expand the range with the vertical rotation angle of the spherical space until the black and white world disappears. The Midnight Gospel is an American adult animated streaming television series released on Netflix, which sets actual podcast interviews between true self and various guests into fantastic adventure animation. I really like the way it turns the podcast into a series of beautiful and hilarious animations. In week 2, I made my storyboard into an animatic with some sound effects. I will revise it later in months, but it is good enough for now for me to understand the work more and add details to it. The protagonist, Billy, is an alien who looks like a dog. He has a gentle, harmless personality and is overly trustworthy. He usually travels around the universe in a spaceship. One day when Billy is sailing in space, he meets his childhood friend, a fox. The fear of being bullied by the fox filled his heart when he was a child and then drift to an abandoned satellite. In the process of exploring satellite cities, he met many people who are similar to the fox. The exchange of value and opinions expanded Billy's vision when, in entering the wormhole, the excitement between life and death made Billy break away from the identity of the former victim and have an objective thought about himself. After having an initial version of the animatic, I started to think about how to transfer the storyboard into a 360 space version. I drew another storyboard with the camera and the characters' positions marked in the scene. I have received much feedback from teachers and peers. They indicated that when it comes to a dog and a man, people usually associate it with the relationship between the owner and the pet. But in this case, they are equal. They no longer bully and the victim either. Also, how to present it, how to visualize it. Is it a combination of 2D and 3D? Kat suggests I think about whether dialogues and the background stories are necessary. Since the podcast style animation would be the core, I want to keep the dialogues. I am still thinking about how to revise the story according to other questions, and I hope I can have more clues after the consultation with the teachers in the following weeks. Before that, I will focus more on modeling and building the protagonist's facial expression and see how it goes. As for the software, I'm still making decisions over several options. They all have their pros and cons that I want to think twice about before jumping into production. Next week, I will decide which software to use for production and complete all the assets I made in Studio 2 for this project. In the meantime, I will expand my research on 360 animations. My priority is setting up the facial expressions and controllers for the main character. You can see I have started some part of it, but essentially I still need much progress on it. Well, this is it. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.